Hello, everybody. Welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dak Shepard. I'm here with my good friend, Manica Padman. Sitting next to her, just for no real reason, is Dr. Drew, who's going to join us for this introduction.
Why not?
Well, yeah, and I can't really say why you're here because I want a guest that was forthcoming to be a surprise. But you're
such a surprise I came by to shake this guest's hand.
Yes,
Yeah.
the guest that's coming today is so important. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about.
Not as important as the person we have on this episode.
We are going to talk to maybe the world's most cuddly teddy bear, a film icon, an actor's actor, a sweet father, a sweet husband, and just a generally beautiful human being, Vincent D'Onofrio. As some of you will recall, he's on my wife's top 5 hall pass list.
Absolutely. Top 3, maybe.
I think he might even be number 1 if we're all being honest. And I think you'll understand why when you hear him talk. He's just got this enormous heart to match his enormous stature.
Yeah. He was lovely.
Did you feel his rhythm? Did you lock eyes with him at any point? Not here in the interview, but when we went back to the house afterwards. Did you connect with his eyes and feel that magic sparkle?
Sure, a little bit.
Yeah.
He also revealed something during the interview that really skyrocketed him to the top of my list, too.
Okay.
You'll find that out in the fact check, guys.
Okay, great. So please sit back and enjoy legend Vincent D'Onofrio. We get support from Quince.
Have you been wearing the Quince linen shirts?
Yeah, I've been wearing them a suspicious amount. Yeah, European linen ones, they're $34, which is genuinely insane for how nice they are.
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, here's the deal. They work directly with the factories, cut out all the middlemen, so you're paying for the actual quality and not some brand's marketing budget. Everything's 50 to 80% less than comparable stuff. I love it because it's all very classic and traditional, and I know I'm going to be able to keep it for a very long time, and the quality's off the charts.
That's true. The style is very consistent. Whatever you get there, you walk down the street, you're going to look good. They have these lightweight cotton sweaters, which I love for when it cools down at night. It's nice drape around your shoulders in the summer and then throw it on when it gets a little cool. And it's not just clothes. They do home stuff, ding, 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 travel stuff, everyday essentials. It's all the same model, quality without the markup.
Make your summer wardrobe easier. Go to quince.com/Dax for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dax. This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And, I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper, and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold. So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
Am I supposed to look at the dog, or am I supposed to look at you?
Yeah, this looks slightly
It's very.
to
Is
the
that
left.
like some kind of psychiatric?
The premise of the podcast is that
trick.
you're having a conversation with that dog. I can wear a black cape over my face if that would help
Now
you.
look, I know that let me just hang on a second. Just back up a second.
Okay.
Like, I know that I'm not the first one to ever say this, because that would be stupid, because you've had a lot of talented and hopefully intelligent people here. And But the dog is weird to be like right above you like that. Has anybody ever mentioned it before? Like
One other person.
Yep.
Someone-
Anna Faris brought it up.
Yeah. She got a little distracted by the dog.
Well, it's Anna's a very intelligent woman.
Uh-huh.
And there's a fucking dog over your right shoulder.
I never
It's-
even notice it. I don't
But you
even.
know what that
That's the
says to me?
problem. That's the problem.
Do you know what it
You
says?
guys never noticed it.
I'm so glad you came down to point this out. You know, what it says to me, though, is that we have a similar eye because you're drawn to the dog. And I picked that dog out, as you might guess.
Yeah.
No one knocked on the door and said, free picture delivery, hope you like it.
Yeah.
I actually was online, saw this
You just won a Great Dane.
a fake oil painting of a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also interesting that of all the things in this
That are wrong
room,
with
that yeah, you picked the dog. We have some exposed wiring, no door on the bathroom. There's a lot happening in here. And
Yeah. No, I heard about the no door in the bathroom thing. I was ready for that.
Yeah, there's a lot to
prepared.
choose
But I think
from.
that the reason why the dog thing is so interesting is because it shows how stupid all you are in this room.
Oh, it
It's
does.
just
Yeah,
indicative of-
it's
Tell me.
because you hadn't thought about it at all. So the brain deficiency in this
No.
room is like extreme.
No. Listen to me. Let me tell you, that dog is so soothing to me, and I imagine
Well, your back is to it,
right. Believe me, I wish I were in your seat.
staring at the dog.
Yeah, this is a gift I give to the guests. I want it right behind your head. But
It's
honestly,
gonna
I'm so
drive
drawn
me
to
crazy.
it.
It's going to drive me crazy.
Is it really?
It's going to make me insane. Like I'm going to kill myself.
Do you want me to pull
No.
it down? Okay.
No, I don't.
But if it were behind your head, I'd have a hard time staying connected with you because
Right?
I am so drawn to the photo of the dog.
am I.
You are. Okay, good.
Do
So
you-
I think you used a really roundabout way to give me a compliment that you liked the dog painting. Is that where we landed finally after all that?
It's a print,
excruciating,
It's
laborious.
a print of an actual painting, right?
It was very affordable, if that's what you're getting at. Yeah. I think I'm $25 all in on that with the frame. And
Can you
it
imagine the
came-
guys who were at the printing house? Like, how many think we should make? How many runs do you think we should do of this great thing? I don't know, like 2? The guy would say, no, I think like 500. No, I think like 2. Dax Shepard would want one.
We'll get him one
In case that
first
one breaks, we have an extra one for you.
for when it eventually breaks.
Yeah.
Or actually, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind having it in more than one room. I know that's unconventional, but I wouldn't mind if that every room you walked into in the house that migrate, because a dog normally a dog would follow you into each room.
Yeah.
And since this one's obviously not going to do that, maybe I just have him everywhere.
It reminds me of a zebra painting that my mom gave one of my sons. It was such an odd present because it was about 3 times the size of that dog. And it was basically, it could have been the same artist. It was like a jungle.
Okay.
But, in the forefront, most of the frame was filled by, the profile of a full zebra.
Okay.
And it's just standing, like there.
Right.
He doesn't even have the same awesome expression as the Dane does. It had like a simple, like it was stuffed in like the old natural history museum.
First
Yeah.
they taxidermied it, and then they painted
and it's just
it.
this zebra, and it's like we never knew what to do with it.
Do you think that it was? She thought, "Oh, I'll let them fill in the blank. Like this will be a great picture to have because it'll make their imagination go wild. Like they can pretend either the zebra has been captured or just had a birthday. It's
Yeah.
really up to them to fill in the blanks."
She didn't realize that it evokes no thought.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
like-
boy,
but you're
by the
talking
way,
about it.
Now, in hindsight, yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
if it truly evoked no thought, I would hang it again above my bed so that at night when my mind's racing, I could check in with that dumb zebra and just it'd be a blank slate, and then I could maybe drift off to sleep.
Yeah.
This was the longest delay for me to say welcome to the Armchair Expert, Vincent D'Onofrio, close friend of mine. Will you go that far? If
Yes.
you will.
Well, I think
I never know when
I
I'm
like you more than you like me, but that's okay.
No, it's not
That's
possible.
not true.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much you like him, but I know it's not true.
I like him a lot.
I talk often about how much I love you, but I never know what I'm going to get with you. You could be playing coy. You're a genius at keeping me at arm's length, so I want more. Like you really know. I don't know if you read that book, The Game, where it teaches men how to trick women into liking them. But I feel like you're employing those techniques on me.
Negging.
Because you'll give me just enough. And just when I think, oh, he doesn't even like me, then you'll blast me with a really nice something.
The absolute truth is that I adore you. And
I hate you.
no, there's nothing about you I hate, actually.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it. I've thought about it at times, and there is actually nothing I hate about you.
Oh.
But what I rely on is you knowing that I love you. And that's the only thing that I care about when it's between you and I. Like, I don't care about what you think about me, really.
Okay.
All I care is that you know that I love you. And,
Okay.
and I think that keeps us friends.
I'd agree with that assessment, but I'll add
Nice.
there are
Insurance.
Yeah.
Like, I know he loves me, so like it's fine. Everything's fine.
right, and I often have to remind myself of that because I'll come up with these arbitrary tests. I like to try to test your love for me, and as one that we've aired out in public is that I really wish you would move in with us. At least when you're in Los Angeles. You know, we have an extra room, we have a kitchen, it's a nice setup.
Yeah.
And you have said on no certain terms, what is the expression? In no uncertain terms.
Under no certain terms.
No, under no uncertain terms. You will never spend the night at our house, right? Even if the rest of Los Angeles is on fire. And it's the only safe bedroom in the city.
I would put the fire out before I stayed there.
Right. So that's not an option. Although weirdly, you have offered that I could stay at your house in New York.
That we
when
would
I'm
like.
there.
We would like that, yeah.
And explain the difference between those two things.
Because I don't know, because I'm weird. I don't know what the
Okay.
explanation is. I really have.
Would you just be sitting in that bedroom of ours, rocking back and forth on the bed, thinking, "How did I get in this situation?" Like when you fantasize.
I would be truly uncomfortable and I wouldn't sleep at all.
I don't blame you. I have a hard time sleeping
would
there
s-
too.
You guys should be roommates
Yeah.
because Monica will also not sleep at our house, and sometimes it's ridiculous. Like she's leaving our house at 1 a.m. and then she's going to come back at 7, and she still won't sleep there.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'm trying to think of what the real reason is. I just kind of like naturally over the years have realized that my first reaction to something is usually right, and I just stick with it, whether I've put any rational thought behind it at all or
Okay.
anything. So now that I'm thinking about it, and I've thought about it a lot because you bring it up constantly.
Yeah.
So,
It'd really mean a lot to me if you would move in.
but I won't do.
Maybe
But-
you should rephrase. Not move in, stay for a night.
That's almost scarier, I think, to
Oh,
him. 'Cause
boy.
that
No,
sounds
I
more like
wouldn't
a
do that.
one-night
Okay.
stand offer or something.
Yeah.
I'm offering full cohabitation.
I think that you know how I would do it. This is how I would do it. I think that if Corinne and Kristen became like really good friends, and and our friendship, was stayed the same, which is I
Sure.
think really good. It's very healthy. Whether I like you more than you like me, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But and that we like co-bought a place where both families
Okay,
live.
all
Then I
right.
would live with you guys.
Okay, now let me see, because you and I have some of the, we have so many similar character defects, I'll call them. They're not great.
Right.
So you and I met on this movie, The Judge.
Yeah.
And let me just give a brief history of that. I got seated next to you at the table read. I'd never met you.
Yeah.
And my internal monologue was, this is exactly what I was saying. He's an amazing actor. You're a terrible actor. He's wondering who made a clerical error. Why is this kid in this movie? And for about 25 minutes, I was telling myself how much I didn't deserve to be at that table read. And you in particular were the one that had a real issue with it because you were probably the best actor there. And of course, my bad acting was triggering you, blah, 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 blah. And then the first words you said to me were, hey, I saw your movie Hit and Run at a hotel in Romania and I loved it. And I had to go completely back to the drawing boards in my head. I was not expecting that. And then, so that, of course, really endeared me to you. And then, and I already was a gigantic fan. But then what really, I think, cemented the bond was that we would be on set and we are both triggered by all the same things. So I don't love when people get in my personal space for a myriad of reasons, but quite often on movies, they're adjusting your microphone that's under your shirt, and then a third person's adjusting your collar, and then someone else is fixing up the makeup on the back of your neck. And before you know it, 5 or 6 people are basically swarming you, and no one asked if they could do that. Again, I know I'm complaining about a very high-quality problem. Suffice to say, sometimes it gets me a little agitated. And the only thing that gave me a lot of comfort was I would look at you under those in the same situation, and I could see that your blood was also boiling and that you were doing everything you could to be kind as well. And I just took such pleasure in it that I almost looked forward to when they would adjust your or I's collar for the 80th time before you heard action. And I think we had a little bond about that, didn't we?
I think we did, yeah.
Is that fair to say?
It is fair to say, yeah.
And then also, and now I attribute this to having a lot of stepdads that would show up, and you had one stepdad who showed up.
Yeah.
And so I have a really bad authority complex. I hate when a stranger's telling me what to do. It's terrible. It's a character defect. I wish I wasn't this way. My wife's life is a lot easier without this hang up.
Yeah.
But you seem to have it as well.
Yes.
And now you just hit on another thing, which is if you owned half the house, you could be comfortable there.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that because what I think of is like, I don't want to owe anyone shit. Right. I don't want to owe anyone a thing. I don't want someone calling in a favor to me or something.
Yeah. And it has nothing to do with, it's exactly, you just hit it on it. That's exactly it. I have nothing to add to that.
Right. So if you did sleep at my house, you'd be like, well, one of these days, he's going to remind me that I owe him.
Yeah. Or just he'll be able to say how nice I was for letting you stay at the house.
I'll expect you to say that in public.
That's annoying.
Yes.
Remember that time I let you stay over? And everybody's like, he let him stay over.
That's right. Everyone went, ooh, Vincent's paying taxes. Let's adjust his collar.
He takes favors.
So I'm going to jump right at this thing because when all those... So you have you train in a very specific type of acting, and I think it's become bigger in the public than maybe it really is, right? There's this term method acting, and people think of it as, or at least I did.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis or something.
Yeah, some guy who's pretending it's the 1700s, yet somehow he's on a movie set, which I've never really been able to make peace with in my head. Right? And so I think that's our layman's idea of what method acting is that you never break character.
Yeah, which is nonsense.
That's nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And can you tell us?
I mean, what Daniel Day does is not nonsense. He is obviously incredible.
A bad motherfucker. Yeah.
Like he's the shit.
Yeah.
And but that's his thing. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And he I can't imagine that he when he's looking in the refrigerator for something to eat that he's like I'm such a great method actor. Like I'm sure he doesn't call himself a method actor by any means.
Right.
He just does his Daniel Day thing and it works for him and it's awesome. It works for everybody, right?
Yes.
But it has nothing to do with method acting. Like it has nothing to do with it. And what's funny is that these days, so they've taken this kind of Daniel Day image, these other guys, I'm not going to mention names, and they've said, okay, I'm going to be a method actor like Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm going to do the Daniel Day-Lewis thing, which is...
But that's what they really
become
mean,
the character and like never break and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate to force you to defend the whole thing to me, but when Daniel Day is Abraham Lincoln, and then he gets a phone call on his cell phone, and he answers it as Abraham Lincoln, what do you think the mental gymnastics are that he's both Abraham Lincoln, yet he lives in a period with technology like a cell phone?
I don't know. All I know is I would love to be there.
Me too.
I would love to be there, and I would love to say, like, offer him like McDonald's or something.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
ride on a motorcycle,
and I'm sure he'd be okay with it. Like, I mean, maybe he'd be annoyed. People don't get annoyed with me very much, though. But I think that this is what I'd like to do.
Okay.
I'd like to become friends with him first, and develop a trust.
So he knows where your heart is.
Yeah. So he knows that I'm like I'm a decent dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would like to do something like that to him. Like, hey man, how you like my sneakers? Mm-hmm. Like you could, if he's Abraham Lincoln, you could do a lot.
Absolutely.
Like, did you watch House of Cards? Like you can do anything. Like he won't know, and he have to answer you.
Yeah.
Or
just blow his mind. Like, do you know there's a black president? And he's like, what? I just emancipated them.
I know.
You
Look far. You can go really far.
Yeah.
Who drives you to work, dude? Like, how'd you get here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you What'd you do?
And he has a wife, so his wife clearly calls him and is like, "Hun, the pipe broke in the basement," and he's like,
I don't think that Daniel Day fixes the pipes in the basement.
okay.
I just have a feeling.
"Yeah, that's probably a
Because he
good
probably has
guess."
to live as like a plumber for like a year before he could do that.
before he would fix the pipe.
That's a long way around.
Well, I did hear, and again, I don't know how much of this is mythology at this point or not. Again, let me just state, I think he's amazing. There's no question. I could never do what he does. But I did hear that he went and lived in the woods for a few months before Last of the Mohicans in like North Carolina.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I totally applaud that. Again, I don't know how I would sell that to my wife. Like, imagine you telling Corinne, "Hey, I booked a job in September, but I'm leaving in May.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to live off the land for 3 months before we
no,
start."
that's not gonna
What would
fly.
she say?
No, I'd be in trouble. I'd be on the verge of a divorce.
Yes.
And like somehow try to like wiggle my way out of it somehow.
Yeah. I mean, it probably helps that he only does a movie every like decade.
His wife probably knows what she's gotten herself
She's
into.
a film director.
That's
she's,
a good
she's
point.
an amazing, film director.
She is.
Rebecca Miller, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's daughter of Arthur Miller? Henry Miller. One of the Millers?
Not Henry Miller.
Arthur Miller. Okay.
Henry Miller.
Don't poo-poo Henry
He wasn't
Miller.
big on kids. That's why I just want to say that.
Oh, okay.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi high-yield checking and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply.
Confidence. It's listening to your gut. It's moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. For nearly 160 years, Pacific Life has helped people keep their promises, building confidence for generations. Whether you're confident in your financial future or just beginning to envision it, we're here to help. Ask a financial professional how. Pacific Life, the power of a promise. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York, Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
So you grew up primarily in Florida.
Yes.
Yes, but your dad was in the Air Force,
Yes.
and you were born in the Bronx. No, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah.
And then you moved to Hawaii and then Colorado.
Yes.
This all
that,
checks
but
out?
not in that. Not it all checks out. Not in that order though. Brooklyn, Florida,
Okay.
divorce,
Yes.
Hawaii,
Okay.
Hawaii, Florida.
Okay.
Every summer, Brooklyn with my grandfather.
Okay.
Every summer,
Uh-huh.
like my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, I've stopped now, but
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
What if you were still leaving your family to
That'd
go?
be sweet.
It would to go be with Pappy.
he'd be so old.
Yeah, he
my
would be
God.
deep in his hundreds.
He'd
probably.
still be cooking though. He was a good cook. And
Well, that explains a little because you definitely have this a little bit of a New York City
yeah,
stink to you in a great way.
yeah, and I always have. I mean, most of my relatives are New Yorkers. You know,
Italian,
Yeah, New Yorkers,
Sicilian,
yeah.
yeah.
But
The bulk though of your childhood's in Florida. Is that right?
for like junior high, high school, yeah,
Yeah, the hard years.
yeah,
Yes,
the deviant
yes.
years, yeah,
And as a kid, you were shy.
yes,
And just probably chemically, biologically, by design.
a mess.
That's just who you are, right?
Yeah,
You didn't like fall out of a skyscraper or get attacked by a gunman or anything, right? You were just
yeah,
you were
Shy by
uniquely
nature,
yeah.
yeah,
And you were huge too, right?
Yeah.
You've been this size since you were 7 or something.
yeah. I was born 8 foot,
Right. And
380 pounds.
Okay. And so is it suffice to say that the junior high and high school years weren't a blast? They weren't like joy-filled?
No, they were nothing. I remember very little of it because I was in such a bad way.
Yeah.
So I remember little things, but not like there's no like history that I like. There's not this long, winding, lavish story of those days. Like there's like flashes.
And if you were the same exact kid in 2018, what would they be doing with you? You probably would have gotten attention, yeah? I luckily had dyslexia in an era where they knew what the fuck that was.
Yeah,
right?
Well, they didn't know when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like now I think that you probably wouldn't have been left to just hang in your room at this.
Right. No, I would have probably been healthier. I would have probably been treated better and healthier and probably wouldn't have lived on the streets so much and probably been taken care of better, I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
By
And
teachers and things.
Were you angry? Was that the most common emotion you had?
No, the most common emotion I had was fear of the future. Mm-hmm. Like, where does this lead? Mm-hmm. If this is what it's like now, where does it go?
Right.
Like...
You weren't optimistic about anything.
No.
Right. Which I think they say is like the definitive characteristic of people with depression is that generally people, when they think of the future, it's filled of optimism. Even if they're delusional, they're like, yeah, I'll probably have a great job in 10 years or whatever they think.
Yeah.
People with depression generally, like, they're more than realistic. They're like, I'll probably be dead in 6 years or whatever the thing is they think.
Yeah.
But it's a very hard way to be. I would imagine it's hard to be motivated if you think everything's going to turn out shitty.
Yeah. I mean, I never felt like giving up, though. It's just, I kind of felt like, I think I need to just sneak around until time passes, like, just see what happens,
Uh-huh.
Like, try to avoid as much as I can and just see what
Stay out
happens.
of jail,
like,
maybe.
See if time is on my side.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe time will be on my side.
But knowing a lot about you, what's funny is that you did criminal intent for years, right? And so now you have this really neat bond with cops. Like I've been around you a dozen times where cops love talking to you, and then you're always incredibly gracious with them, and you spend a lot of time talking to them. And I'm on the outside going, this is a little ironic, right? Because you were, as a kid, you were probably not they weren't shaking your hand, right?
No.
Patting you on the back?
No.
So was that a bizarre transition for you?
I mean, my relationship, well, everything is more specific than what you say.
Okay.
Right? So, like, I could easily say, you're right. And that's how it is.
I don't.
I
Yeah,
am uncomfortable. But
No, you don't.
the truth is that the way that I think of law enforcement is I think of their families. I don't think of them, really. I think of their families. And that's been my involvement with them is for fallen officers, talking to their families. And so when cops know that about you, they naturally are
nice to you.
Yeah, because you don't have to do it, and you do it, and to them it's like a big deal because nobody does it.
Yeah.
So,
well, by the way, everything I'm saying is sincere. I think it's really beautiful that
I know
these
you
cops
do.
are
you
so
do,
nice to you. And I think like so many things with you I'm going to say you and I, is it was so hard for us to let the light in. And then every inch we let in more and more, we go like, oh, wow, maybe all these people would have liked us if we would have let them like us. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Isn't it wild that you could do something career-wise that would put you in a position where you'd actually have to kind of just open up and be friendly and go like, oh, what a nice way this is. I could have been doing that the whole time, right?
That would have been nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that if I would have had the wherewithal to just do what I thought was the right thing to do, I think I would have been fine. I think I would have had more friends, but I had too much fear in me of being questioned. I was also bullied a lot because of my weight when I was a kid, and I wasn't the brightest bulb on the block, and
in
so,
what way though? You're crazy smart.
No, in a way of like academics and stuff like that, I was far behind everybody else. And, back then they just used to push you through school. You didn't even have to make good grades. Like, you didn't have to. I don't even think I got grades. Like, I can't remember anything. Like, I just remember saying, oh, okay, you're in the next grade now. And I'm like, okay, that was awesome. You're like, fine, I'll go to the next class. But I don't remember ever going, boy, I hope I didn't get a D or a B or, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember my report cards. I don't remember anything.
Right.
I just remember saying, now you're in 5th grade, son. And I'm like, okay. And
then eventually they let you walk across the podium and you graduated.
Yeah, they gave me this like blue robe and a weird hat, and they're like, "You're number 780."
Did you go to school with 1 trillion kids?
Yeah, like 2,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So the cop thing, I just wanted to say that. So there's a specific thing that when I think of, because there are some cops that really annoy me, and there are other ones that don't, and they're all shapes and sizes, men, women, and all over the world.
Yeah.
All different colors and religions and everything. And I've met, a hell of a lot of them. And I think of them as people. I don't, more than I do law enforcers. So, I think because my stepdad was a firefighter, and he had cop friends and stuff like that. And I remember a couple of suicides when I was a kid. Like, I remember one guy, one captain, he killed himself in his garage the usual way with his exhaust, kept the car running, and, put the hose into the window and killed himself. And I remember, and he was like a friend of the family. He's like, and I'm like, Jesus, fuck, And so I've always thought of them as like real people who can commit suicide and go through a lot of trouble.
I think they have a high rate of all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't know anymore, but so I think of them as like real people. So when I used to get into trouble when I was a kid, I got out of it. I never ended up in prison, or I never ended up in jail because
enough people knew your stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I was, and he was a really smart guy and a tough cookie. And, he eventually put a stop to all of my shenanigans.
And you, I can't remember how you feel about him. You like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good influence ultimately.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only father figure that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you embraced it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So you don't even know how you get through high school, but we don't know. It's still a mystery.
Yeah.
And I'd like to find that diploma, by the way, just to see what it says.
It probably doesn't even have my name on it.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a piece of blank piece of paper.
Yeah, it's like a blank.
Number 734 graduated.
Like this vague. We kind of remember this guy,
But you end up in New York. Do you move there really quick, or
no? That's when Colorado came. So yeah. So my friend Elio Medina and I, Cuban kid, we didn't know what to do with our lives, and so we started cabling for a phone company to cable buildings for phones.
Oh, okay. Like running wire through
like through everything, and through the ceilings down, and then putting the red and the gray and hundreds of thousands of them. But we made a ton of money doing it because we'd work like overtime, and we made a ton of money. This is like right after high school. And we bought a Toyota Corolla, and we drove across country to we had this idea of going to Stenson Beach in San Francisco or something because we heard it was really cool there.
Yeah.
And we never really, we actually did make it. But it wasn't as romantic as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And
it rarely is.
Yeah, it was really just fucking horrible. It's just stupid and horrible. And I didn't learn anything, nor did I have any good experiences or anything.
Sure.
Yeah. And it was just dumb. And then my dad, my real father, was in Colorado at the time, and that's how I ended up there, because we finally got to the other side of the country. Now what?
Yeah.
I just went to Colorado, and I tried to go to community college. And that
That
lasted
didn't
about
pan
2
out.
days, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just told my dad. My dad was involved with community theater and stuff like that, and he used to do these plays all the time and stuff. And I told him that that I was doing magic. I got into magic.
Yeah, I just read that about you this morning, and it was that came as a little bit of a shock to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because magic is not very sexy.
I disagree. I love magic.
Monica does have a real thing for magicians.
I do.
Non-ironically.
Do you go to the magic castle or anything?
I want to.
She's afraid. She'll be too horny there.
Yeah. I want to. I haven't gone yet, but I really want to.
Yeah.
Can you pull some strings?
Yeah. Can you get me
D'Onofrio?
in?
Well, I don't. They don't know me there.
They don't recognize your magician skills.
No.
But can I tell you why it doesn't surprise me? Because when you spend a lot of time in your room, you either learn to play guitar really well or you learn magic. One of those two things is probably going to happen.
Yeah.
In your case, it was magic.
It's really good, and I got very, very good at it. And I used to make a lot of money. My mom was a waitress at the Ranch House, which is like a Denny's, like pre-Denny's, and then eventually she worked at Denny's. She graduated, upgraded to Denny's eventually, and she supported us, the girls and me, and there was all these cops. In fact, that's how she met George, my stepdad. They would go to Ranch House to eat, and so I knew all these cops and stuff, and there wasn't a lot to do in Hialeah, Florida,
Yeah.
But my mom eventually got her dream kidney-shaped swimming pool in the backyard, which was a very small swimming pool, but it was kidney-shaped. It was like the smallest kidney.
Right. It was a rat kidney.
Yeah, it was a rat
The
kidney.
bunny rabbit kidney.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was reading so much when I was younger, and I had eventually read these books of these old magicians like Blackstone, the original Blackstone, and Houdini and Houdin and all these guys. And I realized how to escape from a mailbag. This is a true story. So I had a sale company. Somebody that my stepdad, who was the firefighter, knew at work, that sale company, and I made them make me a mailbag.
Because you needed a big one.
I needed a big mailbag.
Yeah.
And I was able to get cops over and handcuff me and put a chain through and lock it and push me into the little kidney-shaped symbol, and I escaped.
Well, hold on a second.
Wait.
Why on earth would they go along with this?
Because I promised them that I could get out.
That wouldn't be enough for me. Shoving like a teenager in a mailbag into a swimming pool.
We did.
Or maybe they thought like, hey, we got all the right guys here. If this goes sideways, we got everyone here.
Yeah. Well, it was an interesting trick because there's a lot. You put extra holes in the mailbag at the bottom so that it fills with water. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, then when you go in the water, it presses against you.
Right.
And then you suffocate and you die.
Okay.
You can't move. So when you have to wait for the bag to fill up, that's the scariest part. Mm-hmm. But by the time you're pushed in the pool, you're already out of the cuffs and everything.
Oh, okay.
So you have to wait for the bag to fill up. So you're standing there holding the chain, and this bag is filling up around you with your breath. And then there's a trick, and you just push yourself out of the bag. The bag is like, you totally have it under control, so you're fine. And so when I did that stunt,
This is exciting.
It got a lot of press, and
it did.
And I started working steady as a magician.
Come on.
I swear to God, it's true.
Going into pools and whatnot.
I only did that. I didn't do that at the shows.
Oh, okay.
That was just to get excitement
make a
around
name.
me. Exactly.
To launch your brand.
Yeah. And then there was, I think they're called the Magic Ring or something like that. There's these little organizations all over the country and the world where they're like magicians clubs.
Yeah. And I think in
Like
Florida they were
secret
particularly big, by the way.
Yeah.
I know a few other people from Florida who are also into magic.
So they invited me as like the youngest member to be able to be part of the Magic Ring, and I got a sponge ball move put in a book that I invented and everything.
Really?
Yeah, it's true.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
How do you learn magic? I don't understand, because you can't just like read a book and learn the trick, but you can. Yeah. But then everyone can just find out how to do it.
But nobody does. It's like you're asking how you do it.
So I can just go look
it's
up
sort of
books.
like magic, if you think about it, because like there's all these books, but nobody sees them. And nobody thinks about them.
Yeah, but you can find out. You can find the answers to all these tricks.
Yes.
Did you see the film The Prestige?
Yes.
Did you love
rewatched
it?
It's okay.
Oh, it didn't live up to your high standards.
Yeah.
You were
Really, no.
Monica and I love it.
Is that like bad magic? It's like not even it's not even good.
It's just expensive magic.
Okay.
Like you just have to. It costs a lot.
All right.
And
you're
can
more
be
of a
super
purist.
magical when it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good stuff is the stuff that's like right under your nose that you can't. There's like it costs nothing except for some reading, like a paragraph, and then practicing.
Well, I hope. Well, first of all, I'm glad you've been pacing yourself so that you're saving tricks for me as we grow older. But I do hope that you'll do some magic for me at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Maybe when you spend the night.
Yeah, that probably will never happen.
That sounds like never. Yeah.
What about the magic, though? You do a little magic for
But
me.
I
How about
do-
for the girls? Would you do some for the girls?
I have done one for the girls already without you knowing. Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. Last time I was here in your kitchen, I made a coin disappear for the little one.
Oh, you
forget
know what I
about it.
think they'd really love is watching you fall in our swimming pool with chains in a bag all around your neck.
You know, I thought about doing that again, and I don't think that I would survive it.
No, I
No,
don't.
at my age now.
Yeah.
I think I would panic. I mean, the waiting. I still think about that sometimes, about the waiting for the bag to fill up.
Yes, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So, were you doing magic in Colorado?
I did. I was going to say, it's funny you should ask that, because I was going to say when my dad was doing community theater, there was this one show where I opened the show with a magic act.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I realized at that point, it was my first time that I had ever done an actual stage show. Like I'd done magic at parties and get-togethers and at the conventions and stuff, and that's just with people around you and, you know.
Yeah.
But this was an actual, and I had absolutely no stage fright, like none.
Oh,
Like-
really?
Like zero. And I recognized it right away because everybody else around me was shitting their pants. Like they were doing some stupid, like, melodrama.
Yeah.
You know, Dirty Work at the Crossroads or something, a play like that. You know, or
Right.
something like stupid. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't want to say it's stupid.
No, it's great.
melodrama.
Whatever. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And
It's the best. It's the best.
It's
we love
dinner
it.
theater. Yeah,
it's great. We love it.
and that they were all, you know, having smoking before they went on stage.
Yeah.
And I realized that that I had zero, and I still don't have any. I still don't have stage fright.
You don't
I've
have
never-
any
I've never-
performance anxiety at all.
Never.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, and I think it's a mental deficiency.
You do.
I do think that I.
But it's kind of flipped because you were saying you were kind of having anxiety in just real
But that
life.
was about life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
normal
Yeah.
life is like a little insurmountable. And then this thing that normally is super high stakes and
Yeah.
terrifying to people, you're like cool as a cucumber.
That's why I think there's something wrong.
There's some wrong wiring.
Yeah.
That could be the case.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I have something in common with somebody, which I think I have some stuff in common with you,
Yeah.
is that I can see it in them. And one of the things that I think of is, you know, I wish that there was some way I could let Dax know. Like, I wished I could whisper something in your ear and you would never have that fear again. But I don't possess that ability, so don't get your hopes up.
Right.
But I'm just saying that, like,
It's a liberating.
because some of the most talented people like yourself that I know have this kind of they have normal, stage fright.
Yeah.
Not stage fright, it's just butterflies.
Sure.
And I don't know how to. The only way that I can, when I teach acting, there is things that you can do to avoid it. There's ways of thinking about how to approach any different scenario, any different scene, or any different character that you're about to play when the director says action, or to how you get it, come out of your trailer, walk across, pat your brother on the back, joke around with Dax, and then when the director says action, to just seamlessly jump into a performance rather than I'm not acting and then I'm acting.
Right.
There's a system of how to do that.
Can I just give you my own self-evaluation?
Yeah.
So some things I'm totally not. I have zero fear of doing.
Right.
You in particular will trigger my fears because you're so good. And the only time I have felt very self-conscious acting in like the last 7 years probably was in the jail scene when you and you're beating up on the kid in El Camino Christmas.
Yeah.
And I kept getting taken out of it because I was watching you do the kind of performance I've watched you do my whole life.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, that's wild. I'm very close to it now. Like, I didn't get that feeling when we were doing The Judge. I guess we didn't have any scenes or they weren't heavy lifting for you or whatever. Right. But this was a particularly kind of heavy lifting scene for you. And you were doing the thing that I've kind of been in awe of over the years. And I started thinking, oh, wow, he just clicked into a gear, and I didn't feel myself click into a gear, so it might be pretty stark, the difference between the two of us right now, if we're in the same frame. Ultimately, it wasn't. I certainly wasn't doing as much or as good of a job as you, but that was one of the times where I did get self-conscious because I was like, my God, look at him do this thing. So that's just one thing I'll say about my nervousness. Right. Generally doesn't exist too much, but also I don't take on a whole lot, as you know. I feel like I know my sweet spot, and I try to stay in there. Yeah. One of my big fears is, and I applaud you about this, is that I don't cry in real life. I haven't cried in 2 decades.
Right.
So it's not even an issue of I'm afraid I won't be able to access something. It's like, well, I don't even do that in real life. So how on earth, if I do it, no matter what, it's going to be a fake because Dax Shepard doesn't do it.
Right.
And that's probably one of my biggest insecurities about being an actor is that I just don't emote much in real life when it's sad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can do that. You'll go right there. And do you do it in real life?
I mean, I try to avoid it as much as possible.
Yeah.
But
you can have a good cry, can you? Because I want a good cry very bad.
I haven't had a good cry in a long time, but I used to have good cries when I was younger.
Uh-huh. Or like Belle. Belle cries often. You know, she cries when she's happy. She cries when she's sad. She cries a lot. So that's very close in the background for her.
But with that, it's not far from me. Like there is nothing. There is. How do I say this without sounding too stupid? There is nothing.
I can say it for you. You'll do anything, whether you've had that emotion or not, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You'll do anything. You'll let yourself act like a crazy psychopath. Yeah. You'll blow your top. You'll do. Yeah. You have a weird confidence or faith in yourself that you'll find something eventually that is truthful, and you'll let yourself explore that, right?
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Which is not. I don't feel like anything is too far for me to touch.
Right.
Like it's not that far of a reach for me. Like I don't really have to reach and beg and plead for a performance.
Right.
It's like it's in touching distance.
Yes. Yeah. And I wonder, I'm sure it's a combination of things. One is you've had a lot of great training that you use and you pass on to other people. Another thing is you're an emotional creature, right? That's probably part of it in the recipe.
Yeah.
And it all kinds of somehow works. And you freakishly don't have a fear of being on the stage or hearing action, right?
Right.
Those are all incredible.
I think they all work for each other.
Yeah.
Which thank God, because I've been able to make a career out of it.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Yeah.
And if you hadn't found this outlet, not a great skill at Kinko's.
No. In fact, they don't want you.
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't need that kind of person.
Nor a lot of companies. Like, I've been asked to leave several places.
Right.
At lunch. Like, don't come back. Go to lunch, but go home.
Right, go to lunch for good.
It's lunchtime.
All the time.
Should go home rather than come back.
Lunchtime all the time for you.
I mean, even at a fucking convenience store, I couldn't cut it. Like, I didn't cut it.
Yeah.
Like, it was...
Am I right in that the only successful career you've had other than acting was you were a bouncer and / security?
Yeah.
And you did well at that?
Yeah.
You did. You weren't fired from any of those jobs?
No. I was hired.
Right.
A lot.
And you were a bouncer at Hard Rock?
I was, yeah, for that was the late years. That was just before
What's fascinating
Full
is
Metal
this
Jacket.
I thought it happened also after Full Metal Jacket.
I went back to work after Full Metal Jacket, yeah. I went back. I didn't quit bouncing until I think 3 jobs in.
Okay.
3 acting jobs in. Full Metal Jacket.
Because you just needed the money, or you never really believed like, oh, this thing's gonna really take off.
I wasn't quite sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a fluke.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I would almost imagine that lasted for way many years after it was obvious that it wasn't.
Because I still didn't think that, like, Manny, I thought I was in the stage of life where, okay, people put up with me. People will put up with me for a while.
Uh-huh.
I mean, are they going to,
embrace you?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But people are, like, putting up with me for a while, so it's... this is okay. So I think I'll keep my job, though. I think I'll keep my regular job.
Yeah. But you left Colorado. You go to New York and you studied at the Actor Studio and a couple of other...
I studied with a woman named Sharon Chatton, who was with the Actor Studio and learned to method act. Yeah.
Right. And as we just discussed, it doesn't mean that you're walking around like Benjamin Franklin at craft services.
No, although I came as Benjamin Franklin today only because...
Because you know how much I love him.
Yeah, and I'm flattered that you actually recognized it was Benjamin Franklin.
Yes. I sometimes get your Benjamin Franklin
the guy
and your Alexander Hamilton confused. Just a little bit.
Well, the guy at the hotel this morning thought I was dressed as an old woman.
Yes. Yeah. It's an easy mistake to make. Or a pilgrim.
Yeah.
But you got Full Metal Jacket, and what did you do? You sent tapes to Kubrick, is that true?
Yeah, so I was at the front door. I was bodyguarding for... It's like sometimes for Danny Aykroyd and sometimes for Yul Brynner.
Is he the manliest man you've ever met?
He was... When I met him, he was dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I met him on his last show.
Oh, okay.
And he died during that show.
Oh, that's sad.
He did his last run of...
Not from your lack of
King
protection.
and I. No.
He
Nobody
wasn't
got
murdered.
at him and killed him. Yeah, when I wasn't
He
looking.
wasn't
Yeah.
assassinated under your...
Just going to go to the bathroom for a minute, Yule. I came back and he was... That didn't
You had a
happen.
Colombian necktie. Just going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You bring up a great question, though. What does a bodyguard do when they have to go to the bathroom?
You go
do.
and you bodyguard
You put
on
them
the
somewhere
way.
safe,
Yeah.
like stay in this corner, or come with me.
Yeah. You just tell them don't move and don't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
What if they were so nervous though they did want to come to the bathroom with you? You know what? I'll just come with you, Vince. I feel better if I'm just in there with you.
There is a story about a guy. There was a guy named Terry who was a firefighter, and he was moonlighting as a bodyguard, and we were in a bathroom together. I won't say where, but it was a huge coliseum, and he got shot in the neck.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, in the bathroom with the person we were supposed to be bodyguarding.
And was the bullet intended for the person you were
Yeah,
bodyguarding?
she took the gun out and she put it up to his neck, right point blank, and just
No.
shot him through the neck. Yeah,
And you witnessed this.
it was like a pop. It was
How old were you?
20, maybe.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
And then do you tackle this gal?
No,
does-
I just took it out of her hand
Okay.
and just told her to back up against the wall, and then the police came and stuff like that.
And did he die?
No, he was fine.
Oh, he was.
yeah, no,
It
he
just
walked
passed
to the,
right
We
through.
walked to the hospital. Yeah,
Oh,
What?
we walked to the
That's
hospital.
crazy.
That was not the ending I was expecting. Did the guy tip him profusely, the mark?
the only sad thing about it is that he wasn't able to be a firefighter anymore because he couldn't. He had to.
He had some neck issues
Yeah.
afterwards. Okay, so you self-tape and you send these tapes to Kubrick.
Matthew Modine was walking by the Hard Rock because Aykroyd used to be one of the owners of it. Matthew's walking by. Matthew and I Modine and I knew each other from auditions and stuff. We used to help each other out. We'd go to Central Park and study our lines together and stuff like that. And he told me that he was doing a Stanley Kubrick movie because his career had started before mine. He'd done like 3 or 4 films before me.
Yeah.
And he was great in all of them, Birdie and Streamers.
Oh, I love
and,
Birdie.
Vision Quest. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Great soundtrack to Birdie. Peter Gabriel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he said, there's another part available. You should send the tape. And I'm like, yeah, I'll send the tape. Like, where do I send it? And so he sorted that out for me.
Wow.
And, amongst, 3,000 other tapes,
Yeah.
yeah, Stanley picked mine.
That's really incredible.
Yeah.
How-
It was like Christmas. Yeah.
Do you fluctuate back and forth between the really lucky moments in your life you resist labeling them lucky because you want to have some ownership over your life?
No, I think of them as like Christmas. Like Jesus, this was like really...
Yeah.
Like, if there's such thing as Christmas, this was Christmas. Like,
To me, that gets easier the further away from the very lucky event you were
yeah.
the
Although I've
recipient
never
of.
had a problem with letting people know about Full Metal Jacket because it was such a distinct thing, and Matthew did such a distinct thing
Yeah.
that it's hard to. It would have been difficult to ever ignore that this, just because I think that I would have done the same thing for somebody. I'm just saying that that the fact that he did it, he said, look, there's this part available. I don't know what it is, but you should, I'll get the tape to you.
It's kind of rare. I'll say that's
Yeah.
kind of rare.
Yeah.
That's very gracious
Yeah.
of him. For any actor to look out for another actor, because you're so terrified all the time that you'll never work again, and you're
Right.
so focused on yourself and your
Right.
own desires and needs, that to be conscious of someone else is it's very big of someone.
Yeah. The problem with that, though, is a lot of people think that dissipates the more successful you get, and I don't think it does. In other words, like, we're both semi-successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're like,
We're not doing this interview in my car.
no,
Right.
but
Your car is nicer than this attic.
all of
We
his,
should-
all of his cars.
We
are
should
nice.
be in one of my cars, actually.
And you can actually close the door if you're going to have a shit in your
Yeah,
car.
exactly.
Which is different than this room.
Have a shit.
Yeah.
That sounds so English of you. But explain that. It dissipates.
Okay, so we're successful, and like I don't think like that should ever stop. Like doing favors for your friends, like trying to boast their careers, trying to turn them on to stuff that you're doing and that you're not doing, and that you know what I mean? It's like,
But to me, that gets easier to do with success. Me, just personally, I was so up my own ass about what I needed and where I had, I just had to get this thing. It's only now that I've started to fucking take my hands off the neck of it that I can look around and go like, oh, I should really go out of my way to help this person, or I should, yeah. And weirdly, there's far more pleasure derived from that than self-fulfillment, weirdly. You come to learn. But for me, I wasn't great at that at the beginning. I think I was competitive with everyone and selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not Modine.
Now Modine, he's still the same too.
What career you would or wouldn't have is unknowable, but certainly to do that movie for your first movie, you carry that for your whole life, which is really crazy, right? It's not like a pipe fitter ever runs like a 2-inch pipe into a house in his early career, and then for the rest of his life, people go, "Oh, that guy's the best fucking plumber ever." Like it's a very unique, awesome thing that you can get this intangible, which you got at a young age, and it stays.
I did,
with you.
and I worked really hard for it, and I think that like I definitely deserved not to get fired from that job.
Well, you were absolutely fantastic in it. There's no question.
Yeah, but it's like the event itself I'm talking about, like actually going and doing it, and meeting Stanley and doing a big film like that and stuff like that. I worked my fucking ass off.
Yeah.
To for that part, like once to figure it out in a way that could be hopefully unique.
Yeah.
Like even a tinge unique, like something about it unique.
Yeah, well, look, I'm going to blow smoke up your ass, but it's good enough to just be in a Stanley Kubrick film and not stand out as the one shitty actor in it. Like, if you can just go in there and just stay, right at the level of the water, is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
But then to actually be the most memorable part of a Stanley Kubrick movie is really incredible. It's really, I'm sure you won't take that compliment, but that scene is the most memorable scene in that whole movie, and it could have easily fallen. It could have gone wrong in a lot of ways that it didn't.
Yeah. I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one comical thing that I read that I think is so funny? Is that it said Vincent gained 70 pounds for this movie, which is the record for the most weight gained by an actor, surpassing De Niro. Isn't that the stupidest thing you've ever heard someone write?
It is, and I've actually heard that before.
Have you?
Yeah.
As if somewhere's key, like the Actor Hall of Fame or History Society, they're like someone's gonna have to gain 72 pounds to beat D'Onofrio.
Yeah. No, I was in London, and I just ate like a fucking horse.
Right. A lot of sweets.
A lot of hash. Smoke hash.
Oh! I'm like, did
get
you
the munchies?
You ate? Oh, okay. Oh, got you. Good. I was right.
Eat constantly.
I couldn't tell if you were talking like corned beef hash.
I did have corned beef hash as well as the other hash.
Well, I think that's really popular in England, right?
Yeah.
In London.
Bubble and squeak, they call it.
Oh, they do.
Well, it's bubble and squeak is leftovers from the night before, fried in a pan for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you ate the hell out of that.
Yeah.
What I want to know about is, because again, I'm only curious in how all this stuff impacts real life. Like, whatever, you have a job, you're an actor, that's great. It is a big transition to go from shy kid in your room in Florida to someone who people now kind of just like, right? Like they're drawn to.
Yeah.
And this is like a whole new set of clothes to wear. Do you remember that being like an interesting transition or like weird, or did you have distrust of it all? Like a more concrete example would be when you're a shy kid in your room, it's not like you're going to the prom and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And now girls like you.
Yeah.
Suffice to say, random girls, strangers now like you a lot.
Yeah.
That had to have happened, right?
Yes.
And that's both incredibly exciting, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow, this got easy. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you stumble through that, or you were just like, oh no, I can own this like it's a role?
I went through a period where I stumbled through it and realized that, like you stumble enough and you're able to walk up straight, like, it's like, to evolve into like a man walking on two legs.
Yeah.
Straight. Yeah. So I evolved from being a Neanderthal to like, a regular person.
Right.
And especially with relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, not early on, but
yeah,
I was Neanderthaling a lot through all that.
Corinne, your wife, has really taught you how to be a man of it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We just had our 21st anniversary.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's incredible. I will say this, when my wife met you, which I'm very honest about publicly, I think it was we had lunch maybe with you in Boston when we were doing The Judge, and we went back up to the room and she goes, whoa, Vincent has major mojo. Major mojo.
Really?
Female mojo. What do you mean, really? You're aware of this to some degree.
Well,
you're very confident talking to women, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And there's something about, I'll watch it when you start talking to my wife. Like you smile a lot more, your eyes get more open.
Because I enjoy women much more than I enjoy men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that, you think?
Because
you're not waiting for them to attack you.
Well, no. Right. They're not going to like
try to get your shit.
Yeah, they're not going to try to get my shit.
Get your shit and like run the roost over you.
And I also feel like the way that I'm perceived as like I because of my sisters growing up, I don't feel as if I'm a threat.
Right. Well, also you do this really coy and adorable thing, which is you're such a presence, but then you're so soft. They're like, oh wait, he's a teddy bear, not a renegade.
And
there's some fun in that.
The other thing is that they're they're so awesome to look at.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's like and so that's.
They have your interest peaked, just
much
right out
more
of the
than
gates.
You or any other guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is not to say you don't get along with men, because you do. You're
I do.
Like
I have some really good friends. Yeah. But I never. I don't think I've ever been able to. And I think this, cost me a lot in my career too. If you can want to consider things in that way, I'm not sure I do anymore. But I think at one time, we all have at one time considered, I wonder if I would have done this, if I would have had a different career or whatever like that. And I think old thoughts like that, when I remember having old thoughts like that, I remember that if I was better at networking, if I was better at being just, more educated, more knowledgeable about certain things, and
going to parties and
and not just like, for me, going to a Hollywood party was, I would go and I would zero in on what interested me,
which was usually a beautiful
and
woman.
then nothing else would enter that arena, and I would just totally burn every bridge around me other than that person.
Yeah.
And
laser beam
and
focus.
I thought that was successful.
Right.
Like, now I'm being really successful now.
Yes. Well, that's kind of what I'm getting to, because what I'm saying is I found all that very irresistible, because it just, at my core, I was a kid that I felt like in elementary school girls didn't like.
Right.
Right or wrong, it doesn't matter. That's what I felt like.
Right.
So I that's just an endless hole for me to fill. Like, to accept, these girls like me, it's like there's not enough girls in the world to tell me that until I'll start believing it. Like, it was a long journey to feel like I was healing that kid who, Well,
I think that when it comes to escapades, I think we went about things differently, you and I.
Uh-huh.
But I think we made a lot of the same mistakes. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And we're both lucky enough to have found like very strong women who just wouldn't take any shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and that,
Like
actually,
if you didn't meet Corinne,
Yeah.
where are you today?
I would have been, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not pretty,
good.
right?
It's not good.
You might not be here.
I mean, most likely I wouldn't be here. There's like a very good chance I'd be dead.
Yes.
Yeah. But I would still smell really bad.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So there'd be similarities between now and then.
Right. There'd
But-
be a hint of you around.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's either dead or, that like that old guy at the end of the bar with a pee stain on his pants. You know what I mean? That, like that.
That's who you'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Bukowski and Barfly.
Yeah, except for in a higher end joint.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is interesting that you are attracted to a super strong, powerful woman.
Yeah.
And do you think that's from
always
older
have been,
sisters, like having some reverie for them?
I think it's the strength in my mom, the strength in my my wacky sisters. Yeah, they're being so crazy and strong. Yeah.
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 And when you decided to go do the TV show Criminal Intent,
Yeah.
Law and Order Criminal Intent,
Yeah.
was that a hard decision for you? Were you like,
Yeah.
oh, I shouldn't do TV, or
Well,
what'd your
it was
ego
different.
say about
it was
all that?
different back then.
Yeah, now every single person does
Yeah.
TV. Yeah.
I think that it was a super unhealthy choice to make.
Oh, really?
I do, yeah. In hindsight, yeah. And I think I did it because I had screwed up a couple other things before that.
Uh-huh.
Like I had
movies, or
yeah, like I had offers for things that for some reason in my head, they were stupid to do and I wasn't going to do them.
Yeah.
And then, they turned out to be like gigantic projects.
Yeah.
But, still today when I think about them, I wouldn't do them. Like I still wouldn't do them.
Right.
But I think that I was that made me vulnerable.
Right. You were a little scared.
I was and I think that Dick Wolf, I think he might have seen that in me.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he nailed me for the show, yeah.
Yeah. And was your primary fear at that point financial?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's scary, right?
Well, it was scary for me because I had never met a woman that I was like, I was going to die for. Like,
Corinne.
No matter how fucked up I was, no matter what stupid things I did, no matter what, what I had to overcome, no matter what, who I was really under this and under that, and, the multiples of me and it didn't matter. I was never going to not be with my wife.
Right.
And that suddenly brought on like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm not sure I can sustain a career.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm a little too crazy to have a career.
Yeah.
Like a something you can bet on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm talented, but I'm a little too crazy.
Unhinged.
A little too unhinged.
Yeah, and also the lifestyle of acting in movies is very conducive to that kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality, right? Because you can be at home and you're one person, and then you're going to hotels for 3 months.
Yeah.
Then you can really be anyone you want for 3 months.
They sold us the idea, my manager at the time and my agent at the time, and they sold us, but you'll be home, you'll be in New York, life will be better. But that's not the truth.
Right.
The
Meaning
truth is that you're never home, and you never see your wife, and you never, you don't see anybody. You don't have any friendships except for anybody on set, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because you're doing 23 episodes and working 18 hours a day, and it's like you have no life. You have zero life.
And it got really, really hard for you, right?
Yeah.
What year? 3?
4.
4.
Yeah. 5th was a blur.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you got to a point where you're like, I guess I don't really care if they throw me in jail for leaving. I just am going to die if I keep doing this.
Yeah.
And that's because people don't recognize, right? You're working a 5-day week, but really Friday night is a night shoot. So you're really working till
Saturday.
deep into Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And so you've got about, 24 hours off.
Yeah,
and then
if
you
you're
just
lucky.
have reams of dialogue to learn.
Yeah.
You were in every single scene of that show pretty much.
Yeah. On that show, I had to stay 2 days ahead on dialogue. And that's a lot. If you've done a show, you know that.
Right.
To actually have to be learning scenes 2 days before you shoot them while you're shooting other scenes that you've learned 2 days before that.
Yeah.
Like I had to literally start studying 2 days before.
And at no point were you like, just get me a fucking cue card or an earpiece. You never were willing to do that either.
No.
Right. And then so you
But
eventually...
it never entered my mind either. Like nobody told me that was doable. Like,
Right.
I didn't know.
Right, because you and I watched Robert Downey, who's very honest about it. He wears an earwig sometimes. We watched him do these scenes.
It was great.
He's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
I was like,
think
oh, that works for him.
A lot of guys do it, and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would screw me up, but that's a side note. But when you went through that period of it just being just miserable,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm going to say you're one of the anomalies in my life, and it's cool because I like having my worldview challenge, which is, in my mind, if someone's ever used excessively, like addictively, and then they don't quit whole stock, it's not going to work for them. But I can attest, I've seen you have one drink, you don't give a fuck. But at a period, it was a little crazy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fascinating to me that you probably lived the way I did when I was an addict, yet you're not, weirdly. Or are you? You're not.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
You have a very normal relationship with all of it now.
Yeah.
From my point of view.
Yeah, I totally do. Yeah, but I'm not saying that that's normal.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I have like the utmost respect for your situation and for people that I know that are similar to your situation, and I hold it in the highest regard. I think that, but I think that my issues are, I have other issues,
Right.
that have nothing to do with addiction.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, where I'm going with this is it appears to me that the things you found that are really useful to you are you meditate now, right?
Yeah.
And you have loosely a kind of Ayurvedic now approach. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
A little bit.
Am I saying that correctly?
Sort of.
That word gives me a lot of anxiety when I say it out loud. And so you did have to go on a path to find some peace and contentment, right? But
I was sent on a path.
You were.
Yeah, I was ordered.
By your lovely bride?
Yes.
Yeah. We love her, by the way.
We do, yeah.
She's really fantastic.
Yeah.
She's very Dutch.
She's very Dutch.
Yeah, she will not take shit. In a great way. In a way
today,
that I love.
Not yesterday, not in a couple hours.
She runs
from
your
now.
tall ass around that house.
Yeah, she does.
And I love it. And you have just endless respect for her
Yes.
will.
Yes, I come home and I just stare at her like a dog.
Right. Yeah. Because you're better off you're better off if she's running the show, right? We just agree. It's better for everyone.
Yeah.
She has a ton of respect for you as an artist and
I guess
creative
we don't
person.
talk about it.
That's probably fast. But what's interesting is the fact that you were using in a way. To me, it says that your situation at the time was really painful.
It was painful. Yeah, I also lost my sister, my stepdad, and my sister died reading a letter to my dad's stepdad.
Jesus.
She had an aneurysm and died, and all in the same matter of months. And
you have new kids at the time, right?
Kid, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they
You're not home.
They wouldn't allow me to go to these services from the show. They wouldn't give me any time off. And so it was. I was full of a lot of anger and angst and total exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I abused my I had a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of money, but
Well, they pay well on TV shows like
yeah,
that.
and I had my relationship was fucked because we never saw each other.
Yeah.
And so I was just because I have the wife that I have, she just went about her normal shit and said, "You're going to be a dickhead," and I've got a child to take care of, and and a life, and you're an absolute idiot. And so I had like freedom to be that absolute idiot, and I was absolutely.
She let you get to the bottom, basically.
I deserve. There's not a lot of things that I deserve in life, but I deserve a trophy for that period of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a big.
Is there a
golden
breakthrough though?
trophy.
Is there anything liberating about finding out? It kind of forces you to go, oh, here's what I care about and here's what I don't. Because it gets so gruesome, you go, you know what? I don't give a fuck about money enough for this. I don't give a fuck enough about working or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Sometimes having to find out what your priorities are in the worst imaginable way can be a gift though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it's good that I went through that period.
Yeah.
Because if I hadn't, that would have always been this unexplored part of me that I would have never known, that I think would have come out eventually no matter what.
Yes.
I don't know what you think about that. But
yeah, well, again, this is what I had to find out. My very last drink was after a very bad week in Hawaii. I told you about it.
Yeah.
I did every drug under the sun. And,
Yeah.
and when I had a layover in San Francisco and I was so physically ill, I mean, I can't put too fine a point on how physically ill I was. I would have shot myself if you handed me a gun. So I was drinking Jack and Diets as quick as I could so I could make it on my next flight back to LA. And I was looking in the mirror at this little bar, and I was in the corner because I was afraid someone from AA was going to see me drinking. And there's a mirror right next to my face, and I'm about to start a movie where I'm making more money than I ever dreamt I'd make. I'm famous. People knew me at the airport. I have everything on paper I ever wanted, and I'd never, ever, ever felt worse in my whole life. So that's a unique situation to find yourself in that I'm grateful for, because I could have been telling myself, if I didn't have those things, well, I feel this shitty because I don't have $1 million. I feel this shitty because I don't have the job I want. I feel this shitty because I don't have the girl I want. I had every single thing I wanted, and I felt miserable and suicidal. And I'm grateful that I could have that, you know, the splendor of excess to go like, I had no other place to point the finger other than myself.
yeah.
Which is a unique position to be in that I'm grateful I got to be in.
Yeah.
And likewise for you, you have a nice apartment. You're the boss of that show. All those things. You're married. You have a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then something else is broken. It's not all this external stuff I was convinced could fill the hole.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that.
So I have, exactly. Yeah. So me too. I'm totally grateful because I think that the illness that I had or have and know how to take care of now, I think would have risen up inside me anyway. And so I'm glad it happened when it happened, because the time that I went through was just, awful. And it lasted for years and years and years, and I just thought, you think you're okay and you're not okay,
Yeah.
and it just goes on and on and on. And I think that life now is, I was actually having dinner with my daughter last night, and which was really quite touching because, and this is a very Hollywood story, but I'm going to tell it anyway, because she lives here now, as you know, and she
lived at my house.
With you guys.
Unlike you, she's not afraid to live in my house.
No, and which says a lot, by the way, that
About her.
well, about you and Kristen, and about her too.
Yeah.
But so she said, I said, well, why don't we get something to eat? And she goes, okay, I'll make reservations somewhere. And she made reservations at the Chateau Marmont, which I haven't been to for over 20 years, I'm sure, like something like that.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the worst periods of my life. Like,
Sure.
that hotel is associated with just hell.
Yeah.
For me.
It's no coincidence people have died there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's-
And but at the same time, there were periods early on when she was a little girl, that when there were movies actually made in Hollywood, that I used to come out here for months at a time, do 2 or 3 movies in a row. This is back in the 80s, and that's I had a place there. It's like it was always the same room, and it's like it was my place I stayed. That's where I stayed. And so as a little girl, she was there.
Yeah.
Running around the halls, and so to have dinner with her there last night was really quite touching.
Yeah.
And
it probably occupies a really neat place in her mind, that place.
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
It does, because it was daddy and daughter time
Yeah.
together. No moms around, really, just like.
Yeah.
But I was telling her, because now she's an adult and we can talk about things like this, I was telling her that a lot of that period of my life, like today, I wish that I was, I wish that I was, there's the one thing that I wish that I was, and I wish I was healthier back when I was younger. Mm-hmm. Because I could have taught a lot more than I teach now. Mm-hmm. And because I really love teaching.
Yeah.
And I could have probably written more and been involved. My career could have been much more eclectic. And it's pretty eclectic now, but it has perimeters. I think I would have less perimeters had I been more healthy. Mm-hmm. And I think
that shit takes up a lot of energy.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And as I was telling her last night that the one thing that I see in her is that she's healthy.
Yeah.
And that she doesn't give herself perimeters. Mm-hmm. And it's really important because my acting and my career and my self-image and my feeling overall in life is so much healthier than it used to be, and so much more realistic and good for others and good for me as compared to what it was back then.
Going into doing The Judge, two things. One, I just idolized you as an actor, but then another thing is I had heard that you were grumpy as a motherfucker. Like that's something I had heard about you. Yeah. And then when I met you, I was like, oh wait, this is the opposite of anything I've ever heard. So clearly some metamorphosis has happened.
Yeah.
But
I don't think in film I'd ever gotten that kind of, I don't remember ever being on a film set and being unhappy.
Right. This was solely Criminal Intent.
I think it was, and I really pushed it so far in Criminal Intent that the people that I did affect in a negative way are scarred for life.
Sure.
And I think that if they can like actually talk real sentences, and I think my name comes out like every other word, like almost like Tourette's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like sure. I think I've affected some of those people in a way that they'll never recover.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that has caused them to talk shit about me.
Sure.
But it's not because they want to. It's involuntary, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like a seizure.
Yeah. Yes. It's PTSD.
Yeah.
Flashback.
Blurt out the scenario that I had something to do with, but they have no control over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the things I notice about you now. Outside of being just a delightful human being to spend time with, your behavior on Twitter is honestly Dalai Lama status. The way I watch you handle people who are negative and mean or misguided, that's your gift, is you can kind of recognize it's misguided and not take it personally like I do. It's very Buddhist evolved something. You have a real way that you're consciously carrying yourself and interacting with people in life now. And that's a decision, right? That doesn't come naturally to you.
No, it's a decision.
You want to stand up in a restaurant and fight a guy who's looking at you wrong. That's what you want to do, right? That's what you and I have bonded most over.
Right.
Is our love for a power struggle. Yeah.
But
how did you find your way out of that?
Because there's something very simple that we overlook. And we do it all the time, you and I. Mm-hmm. And we have to consciously remember that it exists, and it's this. There's always somewhere in the room, a tiny, tiny little thread of goodness. Always. And you have to seek it out. Mm-hmm. You have to find that tiny little thread. Mm-hmm. And you have to touch it and pull on it. Mm-hmm. And you have to actively, consciously make that choice. Mm-hmm. And that's, if you forget about that, then you're lost.
Yeah.
And I think that I think that has to do with everything. That has to do with us sitting right here. Like if I'm at a loss of things to say, mm-hmm. or if I suddenly build a wall inside me because you go into an area in the conversation that I don't want to fucking go into.
Right.
And my first reaction is to build that wall. That's the guy who stands up and punches somebody out.
Yeah.
I build a wall, try to fuck with me.
Yes.
Put the shield up. But what I'll do nowadays is I'll immediately try to find that thread somewhere.
Yeah.
Before I go too far with the wall.
Uh-huh.
And just try to find the thread and pull
out of the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that has to do a lot with, I think it has to do a lot with meditation. And I think it has a lot to do with truth, you know? Mm-hmm. But knowing your failures and who you are and how awful you can be. And
yeah, well, I love your willingness to own all that stuff.
But the Twitter thing, you know, I quit Twitter.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When? This morning?
No, like a while ago now.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because it's too much.
Yeah, because I felt like, I mean, I think it was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to put it into more intelligent words, but it's just a bit much, and you know, I think, I mean, I truly was using it to connect to people, because there's a lot of
which you did a ton
people out there that need a little bit of connection, you know. But it's just it's too much. I think I don't know. I mean, I think from what I've seen of your thing, you're also very, 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 very nice to people.
I'm 95%, yeah, but
I'll very supportive.
You can ensnare me pretty easy. I have some trigger words you can say.
Well, I mean, I have trigger words too. My daughter's one.
Oh,
you know, that there's no toleration there.
Yes.
You know? And so that I'll immediately just say, you're dead to me. Like, that's it. Yeah. And I have the Italian in me, makes me want to tell them first before I kill them.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I want to say something, then block them.
Right.
I want to know that they heard what I was going to say.
Right. And if we weren't as emotional as we are, then we would have just blocked them and like not made a second thought about it.
And because you're giving them exactly what they want when you respond.
Yes,
That's the other truth of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I've passed up a nice comment to engage with this person in a negative way.
Yeah.
Which is always embarrassing to me.
But in the less taunting remarks, because there's really only one, like if my family is like a big deal, like if they go there, and that's really super rare when somebody will be that god awful.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather them just attack me straight on for who I am,
Sure,
than attack anybody in my family, because that I have no tolerance for, whatever.
Yeah.
But and I think pretty much everybody can relate to that. But anything else, I think, is kind of like, I mean, you know what it's like to be in a bad situation. You know, like, I think that there's very few people, I think, in this day and age that have actually been in, you know, unless you're like in Syria, you know,
Yeah.
that they've been in bad fucking situations.
Yeah.
You know, and if you know what a bad situation is, suddenly somebody somewhere on Twitter telling you that you're a dickhead is really not that big a deal.
Yes.
You know,
after
so-
the fact, when you lay down at night, it's very easy to see that.
Well, for me, it's okay. I mean, I'll just say, look, consider this your shot across the bow. Is my favorite thing to say.
Yeah.
This
I've
is
read that a couple
This
times.
is your shot across the bow. Okay, you get this. This is a warning shot. Okay.
Yes.
And if you continue with your false information or slandering me in any way, or
You're bigoted, hateful.
or harassing my followers in any way, then you're going to be blocked.
Yeah.
And so that's it. That's the whole thing. And so that's the nicest that I think I could be to somebody like that.
Yeah. The last thing I want to ask you is, how does all the reverie for you, how do you take it? Like when you're called an actor's actor and you know how much young actors look up to you, how's that feel?
Feels good.
You like it?
Well, I mean, it feels good because I know it's healthy.
Uh-huh.
So that's the good part about it. The negative part of it is, and there shouldn't be anything negative, but the negative part that I conjure up in my mind is that it's not really defined well, and it really, in the end, has no kind of definition, really, and means absolutely nothing.
Right. Like there's no way to quantify whether you're
I mean,
you're
it's
a 97
really,
and De Niro's a 96.
Yeah, if you want to talk, like if an actor, an artist, a painter, a musician, a writer, even a producer of whatever, some kind of art, if they want to talk about art and they want to get into a conversation about it, then I'm there like 100%. Like,
Yeah.
I'm there and I do not tire. Like that's my conversation.
Yeah.
That's my happy place. But if they want to start giving accolades and shit like that, that's like immediately it becomes, super lame to me.
Yeah.
And I have no tolerance for it whatsoever.
Right.
And so I will go super, super far to avoid that.
Okay.
So, but I think it's...
Yeah, I think I've been smart enough until today to not even tell you I think you're a good actor.
No, you've told me before.
Okay.
You've told me before.
But in a palatable way?
Yeah. But yeah, in a more kind of... Yeah, exactly. But it's not just the fact that somebody would tell me I'm a good actor. It's the fact that I don't even understand what it means to be that. I understand what it means to do it. Like if you want to talk about it, like then
The mechanics of
I'm there, and I'm willing to like learn anything you want to teach me, and vice versa. But because when I think of good actors, like I think of them as like people who are struggling to achieve 100% in something that they can never achieve 100% in.
Right.
And it's their struggle that becomes their performance.
Yeah.
And that's all it is to me. So Daniel Day-Lewis is a great actor.
Yes.
Right? Because that struggle is like, strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he is struggling like a motherfucker to
Yeah.
get fucking
Even if you
100%.
hate the movies and that you're watching,
Whatever.
you're kind of like sucked into the whole
Yeah.
him
So-
wrestling the tiger.
So even your nonsense that you go through when we were doing our scene together in that movie that you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
When I watch you doing your thing, I know that that's a struggle. Like I know that you're struggling to achieve that.
Yeah.
And I know through my experience, I know that what the outcome is going to be a performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's legit.
Yeah. Okay, last thing. You directed a movie called The Kid.
Yeah.
And it's a Western.
Yes.
And I'm not in it, you're sure? Because you've rapped.
Yeah, well, we're actually doing sound design now and stuff. Yeah.
So you don't think I'll be in
I'm
it?
still thinking about it.
Okay, okay, great. But you're pretty sure I'm probably not going to be in it?
If I can find something for you.
Okay, like maybe
Like
at the
I said,
premiere.
we're doing
Go-
sound design, and and the composers are coming in with the score and stuff.
Okay.
But just give me some time.
Okay, great. And did you love it?
Making a movie is hard.
Uh-huh. What part did you find hardest?
I don't have to tell you that. You know that.
But I also think it's like cocaine. I think it's the most electrifying
Yeah.
thing you can do.
I think the fortunate thing for guys like us, though, is that, if we do get the opportunity to do something, we can have friends around when we're doing it.
Yeah.
Which is always a bonus. Not everybody gets that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think of like directors, the amount of movies that I've been on as an actor, and the director didn't have any relationship with any of the actors.
Yeah.
And that's like the total opposite of
He's just the stepdad, basically.
Yeah. So it's like our example is completely different than that.
Totally.
Like everybody on the film, other than you,
right,
was like a really good friend of mine.
Yeah. Or your child.
Yeah, or my child, or my daughter. Yeah. And hopefully that will remain like that. Like if they ever let me make another one, then I'm going to do like, a different story, obviously, but it's going to be, done in the same way. It was extraordinary for me, actually.
Yeah, it's rewarding, huh?
Yeah.
And it's Chris Pratt, who you're really good friends with, right?
Ethan
Right.
Hawke.
Dane
Who's
one of
DeHaan.
your best friends, right? You and Ethan. You do plays together and stuff. Mm-hmm. You exclude me from a lot of things.
A lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And who else?
Dane DeHaan.
Okay.
Yeah. And
you act in it?
I did a little part in it I played a sheriff, which I
Love to do.
Yeah, which is just awesome.
You almost do exclusively now,
I do
right?
a lot. I do a lot. I play a lot of law enforcement, and happy to do it.
Yeah.
And this kid Jake Schur, who's fantastic, who plays the actual kid in the movie, and my daughter Layla George is in it, and we shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you'll include me at least in coming to see it, since you seem to not be. I'm not going to act in it. It appears.
I'm
so
still
pretty certain that
I
I'm
wish
not-
that you would just take my word for that. I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
I don't know why that's so hard. That's your own shit. That's not my shit.
That's true.
That's your
true.
shit.
I wouldn't hire me for a Western between you and I, even if I was directing it, I don't think.
No, but there is this other thing that if I do get another chance to do, and I'll say this on podcast.
Okay.
I thought of this wonderful idea, really wonderful idea, actually.
Okay.
And it's called The Big Dreamer. And it is about a Mexican child.
I'd play the Mexican child.
Well, no, that's not what I was thinking. I wasn't. I was. If you were under the understanding I was going to say that you were in this movie, I'm sorry. Sorry, you totally misunderstood me. I'm so sorry.
It
I'm
really
so sorry.
seemed like it was going that way.
Yeah, that's a misdirect for sure.
Yeah, you said
No,
you
no.
were
This
thinking about-
this story that I'm going to tell has nothing to do with you, actually.
Oh, okay.
This is a totally different thing. It's only about me and.
I'll try really hard to stay interested
Yeah,
since it doesn't have anything to do with me.
No, I actually thought of this other story that you that I would have you be in it. I would ask you to be in it, and whether you did it or not would be your own.
Well, I would absolutely do anything.
Yeah,
I've always said that I would be in a Arby's commercial with you if you asked.
I would do an Arby's commercial with you. They don't let me do commercials, which is something that I've talked to you about before, and you also ignore it or you agree with me, which is both a little disturbing for me. Because my thing is that they don't let me do commercials, like not even like radio, not even like voice stuff. I got a pretty decent voice.
Yeah, I like
Like
it a lot.
especially when I go like here,
Absolutely.
like
When
this.
you get up on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
And
think
what's your theory?
my theory, and you agreed with it. Whether you'll agree with it today is, it's just your own fickle way.
Okay.
But I said it's because you look at me and like, why would you ever buy something from this fucking guy? Like, who would want to buy something from him?
I feel like I'm remembering what I responded with.
What was your response?
I think people think you wouldn't do it. I actually think that's what's going on. Well, there's two things. You've also kind of edged out or staked claim on this. You're a great bad guy. You're often playing a bad guy.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not going to be like, if you want to sell me a mattress or something and you're like giggling in bed, I'm going to think you just murdered someone and then you're giggling yourself silly.
Right.
Right. So
But
you're a victim a
isn't
little
that-
bit of your...
But
your,
in the end, that's a hook, isn't it?
Depends on the product, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could be in a commercial like a Citibank commercial where you're a bad guy.
Where you're robbing the bank.
Yeah, you're like killing everyone and then you say...
What's in your wallet?
That was great. Yeah, the way you just said, what's in your wallet.
Yeah.
And then you just take their wallet out and you shove it in their mouth or something.
You know what I think it is?
What is it?
Also, is I don't think that I know enough about sports.
Yeah.
Like, you're...
This comes up a lot with you.
I know, but
It really
but right
does.
though, but you do.
No,
You know
but
some.
I know it. You act like you know less than you do.
I don't know
Part of your
anything.
identity is that you don't know about sports,
Dude, I don't know anything.
I know you
but
say
I have
that,
dreams
But
of
if
it.
I say like that's 3 strikes you're out, you know what that.
Oh,
means.
I know what that is.
Yes,
But I want to be one of those guys who, this is what I want to be. And I'll never achieve this for my whole life. It's sort of like playing Blanche in Streetcar. This is something that I'll never get to do.
Okay.
It's like, those guys, like, give me a team. Give me a name of a team.
The Bulls.
Okay,
Chicago
those fucking
Bulls.
Bulls. Those fucking guy. That guy's Teskey. He's like 10-1. He does like a 55 in the ratio. His stats are like off the charts. Him and Hankster. I saw Hankster play 5'9" one time, and that's like numbers that people don't even fucking do. That's better than Haskell in 49. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I saw them play the Star Bats.
Uh-huh.
It was like 55-1. The guy made a hoop shot. You couldn't fucking believe it. The guy went down the court. He did a long over the backflip, and he was out of this world. Those fucking guys, their stats are off the fucking charts. Stuff that you've never seen before or ever realized could happen.
This is almost also a Trump impersonation.
I want to be one of those guys that can talk like that. I remember in 59, the Yanks. That guy went 5 for 9.
He was a 4.9 ERA.
Yeah, he was a 4.9 in the third.
So people start coming in, right? They
Yeah.
start coming in. They're calling in the outfielders, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
And then this motherfucker aims at the dugout.
This guy's got a glove like a New York blimp.
Yeah.
It's like unfucking believable. Yeah. It's wet on one side, dry on the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This guy's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
and a soccer player. His brother, he's from San Juan. His name is Domingos Requez. He can hit a ball like unbelievable. He can do like a two-sider and come off to the backflip. Oh my God, this guy can score. He does an underbelly of like 5'9". He's unbelievable.
You keep going back to 5'9".
Yeah, well, 5'9" or
someone's
2'5".
height.
The guy can do 20 in a 4-beat. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
And you really want to do that at some point.
Like, I wish that.
Well,
like
you
I
and
knew
I,
like that
look,
kind
look.
of stuff.
You and I, and the person will rename.
It'll be really fun.
The person will remain nameless.
Okay.
But I remember you and I we shared a boss for a minute, and then I called you. Oh, what's he like? Because you talked to him first, and you said, "Oh man, he hit me with some sports metaphors, and I didn't know what he was talking about."
Yeah.
And you were afraid that was going to be a big roadblock between the two of you. That this was be a uncrossable chasm because he was only going to speak in sports metaphors.
Yeah.
And that never came to fruition.
Never came to fruition.
You guys communicated just fine. But I do remember this was an abnormally large issue for you. That
It is.
He hit you with a couple sports metaphors.
Because, like, those guys that are in control, like, of everything.
Yeah.
They're like guys that know sports.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's weirdly the comfort in it, right? Is like they know all these numbers. It gives them a sense of control.
Right.
Yeah.
But they also have control of like our careers in a way. They like, they put us in big movies and they get things financed, and they're the kind of guys you want to say, fucking Dickerson. He really hit the 5 on the number 2.
Did you see him last week?
Yeah. I can't believe they sold out Stratford for Wisconsin. I couldn't believe it. The guy, they traded him at 5'4". It was unbelievable.
Let's say I cast you as a coach in a movie. I'd let you do that whole spiel.
Yeah.
And then I'd bring you in for ADR, and I would just give you a script of things that made sense. But your intention would be there, you know?
Right.
Like, we'd have all the physicality we needed.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to try to get back to the computer and write something where you're like, you really bring a team back.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you bring them, you breathe life into them. This could be great for both of us. Vincent D'Onofrio, I love you. Thank you for coming to the Armchair Expert. And, I think what I heard is we're going to play it by ear, whether or not you move in. We'll just keep our minds open, play it by ear.
Yeah,
and maybe we'll get you.
Most likely that will never happen.
That's right, but still,
But
it could be
the
in
window's
kid.
open a little.
It's cracked, right?
closed.
It's not, but it's not locked. Is it locked? It's not locked.
There's
pretty much locked.
There's a draft.
Okay, it feels drafty.
What's the caulking? Is it caulking?
Yeah.
This is caulking.
It's
all
already
filled in.
been caulked.
It's been caulked.
So it's never- You're making a very clear statement that this
Like with a
window will
blow
never
dryer.
be open.
Like it's a blow dryer caulk. It's like
and then
caulked quick.
And there's a trash bag taped to get rid of the draft in the winter.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. I can accept. I can take a no. I love you so much.
Love you too.
And I don't know. I guess we'll get you back on Twitter eventually, so we can send love notes to each other publicly, which I always enjoy. All right, night.
All right.
And now begins my favorite part of the show: Fact Check with Monica Padman.
Oh boy, I like this.
She wants to do the fact check.
I thought maybe you were gonna.
You thought I was gonna what?
Well, what song was that?
Wild Thing.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do it.
I thought maybe you were gonna do a Hall & Oates song again because you just went to the concert last
I
night.
saw him last night. Mm-hmm. What could I have done?
You already did one.
Let's see. I can't go for that. No. How do I turn that into fact check? I can't check your facts. No, no can do. I can't check your facts.
Yeah, that's good.
I give it a 4.
Yeah, I like it.
Monica, you're looking much better today. You've kind of shaken off.
Yeah, I have a little more life in my body.
Just
in
a
my
bit.
bottom.
Yeah, your bottom's feeling better and your eyes are brighter, and we're all going to benefit from that
Yeah.
big swing in health.
Yeah. All right. This was your old buddy.
Oh, my good buddy Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, okay?
Save the cat?
We recorded this a while ago.
Yeah. He was visiting town,
Mm-hmm.
and he came over to party, and then we decided to take it to the attic.
Yeah.
And then we kind of got through having nothing to do with us wanting to release it, more about other guests having projects that had to coincide with their releases. Vincent, of course, had to be generous and just let us get through that.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, but
Why? What aged bad?
No, it didn't. I had just forgotten a lot of stuff we talked about.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot that this was a very magic-heavy episode.
Oh, right. And you love magicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I think they're really sexy.
It's so interesting to me. It really is.
Well,
I mean, I'm happy for magicians that are viewed as sexy.
yeah, sure.
But I personally can't relate to what the sexiness
Because
is.
you think it's goofy.
Well, they're deceiving you. That's the sexy part.
But I guess,
Or do you buy into the notion that there's actual magic at play?
No.
And then you think they're
And then,
supernatural.
and then they're special chosen ones.
Yeah.
No. But it's like they know something I don't know. It's kind of like a teacher.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's a through line.
Okay.
All right.
I think the teacher thing's different. I think it's like
Authority.
you wanting approval from the person who gives out the approval.
Yeah.
Like that's the dynamic of a teacher student inherently.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. But also, they're just so in their element, teachers.
Sure, they're dolphins in water.
So knowledgeable.
But if you think about it, the role's almost reversed with you and a magician, which is the magician is seeking your approval.
Well, they got it.
Good news, magicians, you've got it.
It's just cool. I don't know.
It really intrigues you.
It's mysterious and...
The dark arts.
Oh,
The occult.
I thought you were talking about Harry Potter.
Oh, well, I guess that does apply to Terrence Potter.
I love Harry Potter. I'm going to reread that
I've
this
already
summer.
told the Terrence Posner story on here, haven't I? Or should I save it if my best friend Aaron Weekly ever comes on? Remember my Terrence
Yes.
Posner?
But I don't think you've told it on the podcast.
Okay, I'm going to save it. It's one of the best stories ever. I'm just going to tell it. Why not? We're
can you
here.
tell it?
Yeah, so my best friend Aaron Weekly was out visiting from Detroit. This is probably 10 years ago. And we were at a bar, and he was super drunk. And he has zero awareness of movie actors, celebrities, anything. He just couldn't care less about any of it. And we were at this karaoke bar in Koreatown. And he came out of the bathroom, and his eyes were so huge. And he goes, "Holy shit, I just saw fucking Terrence Posner at the toilet." And I go, "What?" And he goes, "I saw fucking Terrence Posner is at the urinal." And I go, "Who's Terrence Posner?" And he goes, "The magician." I go, "The magician Terrence Posner? Who the... I've never heard of him." He goes, "Yeah, you have. He's a fucking magician at Hogwarts." And right at that moment, this guy walks out of the bathroom that, I mean, just barely looks like Harry Potter.
Yes.
He thought Harry Potter was Terrence Posner. And this guy, when I say he kind of looked like him, I mean, he was a foot taller than him. He was much broader, but I guess he had glasses. That's pretty much what made him Terrence Posner.
That's such a good story.
Fucking Terrence Posner's in the toilet. The magician.
The magician. Also, to call him a magician, he's a wizard.
Well, yeah, he is.
Oh boy, so funny. Okay, so you mentioned the book, The Game, which is about picking up ladies.
Landing chicks.
Yeah, it's a yucky book.
Sure.
It's not a book that we recommend men read.
No, and it was
weren't
also
recommending it.
of its time. Like, I don't think that book could even come out and gain popularity now. Like,
Yeah.
what was it, 18 years ago or something that book was written?
Yeah, something.
Oh.
It was, I don't have the date in front of me, but it was black leather and red satin. It had gold writing on the cover.
Ooh, okay.
So that kind of tells you already.
Yeah,
what-
do judge this book by its cover in this
That's
case.
true. That's true. Yeah, because the whole gist is like basically make women, give them a little bit of a dig.
Sure, lower their self-esteem a
Yes,
bit.
so that so that it's like give them a dig and then come back with like a half compliment so that they feel sort of relieved.
Hey, you're a fucking piece of shit. I like your shoes. Like that. Would that be an example?
No, like here's an example. Is that a wig? Oh, well, it still looks kind of real.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Is
So-
that a wig?
Or you don't look like you work out, but that outfit hides it well.
Oh, Jennifer. That,
Yeah, they're not nice.
No.
No.
It sounds like psychological warfare to me.
Or this is a little nicer, but I don't usually like acrylic nails, but yours look okay.
Oh, cool. Cool, dude.
Cool.
If a guy hit on me in that capacity, I go, kill.
Kill.
He'd give me his opinion. I don't normally like high tops, but yours are passable. Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks for your opinion.
Yeah, so I guess the formula is a cut, a jab, and then a sort of a redeeming comment. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, this is just all together.
So it's make her
Hooey.
feel
I
bad
guess-
about herself and insecure so that when you come back with the semi-compliment, she'll be relieved that even though she has bad hair or bad nails or is a bit overweight, a man still wants her.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that just disgusting?
Wow. I hope if someone says something like that to one of my daughters,
they
that
would
they
just
just
punch.
light them up
Yeah.
like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I don't even in its gruesomeness, I don't see it working on all people. Like, I guess I definitely see that tactic working with like the captain of the cheerleading team who thinks her shit doesn't stink. You could be like, oh wow, this guy doesn't. I don't have this guy's approval. I'm intrigued. Why doesn't he like me? That makes a little bit of sense
Sure,
at least.
psychologically, yeah.
Yeah, but like someone who's just shit on all week long at school, and then someone tells them that their fucking purse is cheap. Like,
I know, but
I feel like
maybe-
you would go the opposite direction with that person. Like,
No, well,
you're the most beautiful person in here.
yeah, you should. That's
Yeah.
the nice thing to say to anyone.
Well, even if it was manipulative, it'd still be the more accurate way to do it.
Yeah, but maybe because there's a tiny compliment in there that they're like, yeah, I know, my nails. Ugh. Oh, but they don't care, I guess.
Yeah, they're gonna overlook it.
That's so
this is
gross.
terrible.
You all right?
Well, I thought I saw a UPS truck just storm into the driveway at like 25 miles an hour. But what I saw is they did a U-turn in front of the gate, but it looked like they flew into the dirt portion. I was like, first of all, we don't get UPS deliveries here. Secondly, that guy needs to drive an off-road truck because he's good.
Oh, you wanted to offer him. Oh, you were interested.
Yeah, I wanted to sponsor
Oh,
him.
you weren't
The Baja
scared.
one.
I
No, I
would've-
saw
oh, boy.
opportunity.
We have different brains.
We do.
Yeah. Sometimes we have the same brain.
That's right.
All right. So you were struggling with a phrase, and the phrase is under no uncertain terms. And I think you found it eventually. You were saying some other crazy
Boy, that doesn't
stuff.
even sound familiar to me. Under no uncertain terms? That sounds like triple negative there.
That
Under
it is.
no
It's like a
uncertain
weird-
terms.
It's a double negative.
What the fuck does it mean? There were so many no's and uns in there. I'm not sure if it means you're certain of these terms are certain.
I think it means
These terms are certain. Under no uncertain terms. So that means they're super certain, right?
I guess so.
No and un, don't they just cancel?
Yeah, they cancel each other
Wouldn't it be more
out.
efficient to just say in certain terms?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I sure would.
Well, good. I'm glad we cleared that one off the books.
Oh, okay. So you guys bonded over this idea about not wanting to accept things from other people. You don't want to owe other people. Mm-hmm. And that's not a good way to live. Okay?
Well, that's not quite a fact.
Well, I
is it?
think it
It's
is
your
a fact,
Your
actually.
opinion.
I think it's a real fact that you're hurting yourself by doing that. And I also do it sometimes too.
Now
so
I think you're
know
just
that.
critiquing my personality more than correcting.
I
I'm
don't-
teasing. You do it as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sure. I offered, I would imagine, 8 different times over the last 5 days of your illness to bring you something, send you something, you know.
Yeah.
You did not allow that.
Well, yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have it. I don't have it for the same reason. It's not because
That you'll
I don't want
have to return the favor.
Right, I would
yeah.
love to return the favor.
Yeah. Yours is more like, right, allowing yourself to be vulnerable and imperfect. and needing help.
Well, I don't want to bother you.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you in out.
Okay.
Sometimes
Yeah, but
I
you know
feel
how
like
much
I
pleasure
do that.
you get when you get to help someone else. So why wouldn't you assume I'd get the same pleasure
Because
out of
I know
helping
you and I know you don't.
I do. You see me deal
Well-
with folks from the
Oh, I know.
program, and I get great pleasure out of inconveniencing myself.
No, you're great at helping people, but I know that you don't like accepting help.
I think I like helping. I came to your house and hung a mirror.
I know
went and
you've
got
done so
tea-
much for me. I'm not saying you have.
Oh, and I'm not saying you're not grateful, but I'm saying, do you remember when I came and I installed 2 TVs in your house? I was very happy doing that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's the facts.
That is the facts. That's true.
Went and got a bed, put it in the truck. That was fun.
I guess I asked you for a lot of help.
Well, I guess what we've learned is that I do enjoy it and you do ask, so we don't really have a problem.
Great.
No, but I mostly have had to force you to allow me to do those things because I have a truck. It's like you're never going to get those TVs here, and you didn't have a Costco membership. So I was like, if I don't step in here and regulate,
the situation.
regulators, mount up.
Do cops have a high rate of suicide? Yes. They don't have. It's about on par with the national average, but I know. So, but it's still there's a lot of articles about it being a problem. Because they screen for like mental health and personality testing for all these law enforcement officers because they're about to go deal with a lot of hear and
it's a
deal with
messy
a lot.
fucking job.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work.
I think my claim was that they have a really high rate of alcoholism, which
No,
I
it was
did.
suicide.
It was suicide. Okay.
But do you think you must?
Well, I read a book that was written by a professor. I had Joan Barker, an anthropologist, and she had written a book. I want to say it was called like Behind the Thin Blue Line, and it was all about the culture of cops, looking at from an anthropological lens and all these different customs they have, like ceremonies that they have. Like when an officer's, this was back when she wrote this and did her field work, but they had this tradition that when an officer was killed in the line of duty, they would go to the funeral, but then they would go to a very public place, like a park, and they would have a kind of barbecue, but they would get openly very drunk and is a weird way to process, like, well, no, fuck this, we're human to watch us be,
Yeah, sure.
that was one thing I remembered about it, that she witnessed that on a couple different occasions. There's a lot of fascinating stuff.
Yeah. So magic.
Oh, back to magic.
You said you thought there were some magicians clubs. And there are. I guess the main one. Some magicians can tell me if I'm wrong about this.
Oh, they will.
I know. I'm excited to meet them. The Society of American Magicians, SAM, is the oldest fraternal magic organization in the world.
I have to imagine that's a dude-heavy club.
I think so. Yes, I do.
The real sausage party.
It's a fraternal magic organization. That must mean it is boys only. Or maybe it started as
They probably don't
men
need
only.
to state boys only. I can't imagine any place I'd feel safer as a woman.
Its
A
purpose
bunch
is
of dudes that can do sleight of hand and haven't hung with a woman in a while. I'm sorry, I'm painting a disparaging view of magicians.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like one of these things that you practice in your room a lot. You get good at it. It seems like a solitary endeavor. It's not like being on a soccer team.
yes, that's true. But to be very good at anything, even soccer, you have to spend some time by yourself working on it, kicking balls into the goal.
One can't spend time by themselves as a tennis player and get better. Like
That's true.
They have
Tennis
to.
is that's true. But basketball,
You could work on your shot,
Yeah.
but you can't like a point guard. I mean, you do
Baseball.
dribble around cones, I guess. Yeah, it's hard to play baseball by yourself.
you have that little
And then
machine that shoot. Oh, that's tennis. You can play tennis. You can do tennis. With
Well,
yourself.
yeah, you could learn to return a ball from a machine pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that. So Vincent doesn't know anything about sports,
Right. He hates sports metaphors.
as we saw. And he was spouting a lot of pretend jargon. And so, yeah, I just don't want people to accidentally think that was real sports stuff. That was made up sports stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. A Colombian necktie. You mentioned that very quickly. I didn't know what that was.
It's gruesome.
Yeah, it is. It's a mutilation used in South America wherein the victim's throat would be slashed horizontally with a knife or other sharp object, and his or her tongue pulled out through the open wound.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that resembles a necktie.
Ew.
But I think there were some Colombian neckties made their way stateside during the Miami cocaine heyday of the 80s. I think some people might have gotten some Colombian neckties.
And when they pull the tongue out, do they tie it into a bow?
I don't know that there's enough tongue to fashion into a bow.
What if our body was all tongue, actually?
What if you were a Colombian assassin and you were known for the Colombian bow tie?
Ew, and so it's just a tiny tongue sticking out of your neck? That is so disgusting.
I do wonder if it's ever even happened, if this is just one of these urban legends, because think about how much work is probably involved in pulling the tongue out in that manner. You'd almost have to be probably a physician, some kind of...
I wonder how far down our tongues go.
To your anus.
No, you could definitely tie it into a bow. A nice big floppy
That
bow.
That is a good question. They can't... I feel like mine ends
before you even get there
to your esophagus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe the whole thing's bullshit, but it does paint an interesting visual.
Yeah, and it didn't say it was fake.
It's like a Chicago smile. You know what a Chicago smile is.
What's that? I'm scared of that.
It's equally horrific. It was, if you saw America History X, Edward Norton movie, and he makes a guy put his mouth on the curb.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've just heard that as curbing.
Curbing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's also called the Chicago smile.
Ugh. I thought when you just said that, my guess was the Joker.
Oh, sure. Christ, let's get off this topic.
Okay. So... John Belushi died at the Chateau Marmont. But I don't know if anyone, I'm sure other people did too, but he's the most famous person to die there. You were talking about the Chateau and... Being
a factory of overdoses?
Yeah, that it's just, that it's a place of...
Ill repute?
Yeah.
It's a really lovely place. I really like it.
We went for my birthday a couple years ago, remember?
Yeah, I had a nice bolognese.
Yeah, that's your favorite.
I just learned in the Robin Williams documentary that's on Showtime that he was with him that night.
Oh, really? That he died?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had been with him, and then he went to work on Mork and Mindy, and then received the news from a co-star.
Ooh.
Yeah. In fact, he was part of like an investigation that happened. There was footage of him walking into a court.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oof. So sad.
Speedball.
All of it's sad.
It is.
All right. Well, you said you haven't cried in 2 years, and that's not true because I saw you cry.
Well, yeah. Let's delineate the differences now between crying, because I will often say, I really haven't cried in 30 years.
But you mean like,
or like
bawling.
like where I can't talk and stuff, which I want to do so bad.
Yeah, I want you to.
Yeah, but you did see me like tears streaming down my cheeks and my voice a little quivery.
Yeah.
And you got a real thrill out of it.
Yeah, it was sweet. And I'm going to tell everyone why it happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were showing the kids some videos of what are they called? They're not flash mobs.
No, they're just like choreographed dances that people make to certain songs.
Yeah, like wedding dances people will do.
The proposal was the one that kicked it off.
Yes. Where
if I want to marry you.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's a Bruno Mars song, I think.
Oh, so cute.
It is
Even
so
thinking
cute.
about it, I get in a little emotion.
Because they bring their whole family.
Well, a guy sets a woman in the
friends.
back of a hatchback, and he
Yes.
puts headphones on her, and he pushes play, and then this whole thing just unfolds, and the car's driving down the road, and more people from their life keep
Jumping
joining
and dancing.
in this
It's really
choreographed
nice.
thing, and they're all lip syncing. It's overwhelming.
It's really sweet.
But that wasn't the one that brought me to my knees.
No. Then we turned on an airplane version of Call Me Maybe, where it was, I guess, the Olympic swimmers.
A bunch of Olympians had we're on a chartered flight over to Sochi or something.
Sure.
And that song was popular.
That song was popular. It came on, and they all did a little choreographed dance to it. And then I turn around, and there are tears coming out of your eyes. And I'd never seen that before.
And you remember what I said? Why I was so choked up?
No.
Is that it's just so hard to do something that's vulnerable and beautiful, and so many people on your high school are calling you a fag or a pussy or a wimp because you're letting your heart out.
Yeah.
And when people do that against all odds, it just really warms my heart.
Yeah. It's very sweet. But it's also pretty interesting because that's funny. I didn't remember you saying that. And I when I watch those things, I'm just smiling. Like, it makes me really happy. But I don't have that thing you just said.
Right.
I don't have
right.
this thing where I feel like I was going to be called to any of those bad words you just said.
Yeah.
So I don't have this thing of like, oh, they are overcoming that.
Right. Yeah, I think being a boy where I grew up in
Yeah.
the 80s and 90s, to even say you loved your friend out loud, you're opening yourself up to a
Ridicule.
potential shove in the back later in the day. Yeah, it was, people seem to be really threatened by any of that.
I hope that's changed. It's hard to know because we live in Los Angeles, where it's very gooey.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know, but I would like that to change.
I stopped by my hometown a few years ago, and I went to this dam that we used to jump off of. Mm-hmm. And I kind of watched these junior high kids play, and it was my conclusion that not much had changed.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's kind of what I gleaned from the whole thing.
All right. That's really it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, I think the two most important things we learned on this fact check is if you want an express lane to Monica's heart, learn some sleight of hand and some card tricks.
It doesn't have to be card. It could be of any variety.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to put anyone in a box.
Vincent got into a bag and jumped into a swimming pool.
Still a very hard to believe story. I'm going to take it at face value, but what a story. Yeah, and then the fast train to my heart is, do a video and let your heart out and, open yourself up to ridicule and just push on through.
Yeah, that's right.
I love you, Monica.
I love